this beauty, charm, and sweetness concept this is what it means, the word Krishna. Krishna means this, that he's attraction and satisfaction. That if we associate with this word, this Krishna, which appears in the Mahamantra, 8 times or so. 8 times Krishna's there, and 8 times Rama's there, and 16 times Radharani's there. Alright? Is that right? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's it work? Krishna Krishna. Because there's 32 syllables. There's 16 words in the Mahamantra, right? So there's how does it work? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So there's 4 Krishnas and 4 Ramas, and 8 Radhas. So who's more important? Radharani's there 8 times in the Mahamantra, but Krishna's only there 4 times. So, see, he's got second billing. He's a co-star. He's not the main star. And then Ram, he makes a guest appearance also, but only equal billing with Krishna. Of course, that Ram is another feature of Krishna, is Raman. Raman means the playboy, or the gallant lover, the transcendental hero, Nayak. So this is Krishna, the word Krishna. When we chant Krishna's name, we will feel the more we chant Krishna's name and the more sincerely we chant, we will become attracted. We will become attracted to Krishna, and Krishna will become attracted to us. This is the way attraction works. One object attracts another object, but then that object which is attracting is also attracted by another object. It's not that one-way street, that only man is attracted to woman. Woman is not attracted to man. It's never been like that. It's not that, this planet, the sun planet is attracted to the earth, but the earth's not attracted to the sun. They're both attracted, and because all the planets are attracted to each other, they're spinning around each other, and they're spinning. They themselves are spinning on their own orbits, and they're also spinning around each other, just like man and woman. The man is attracted to the woman, and he spins around, when he sees her, but he's also spinning around himself. So the planets are spinning around on their own, and they're also spinning when they are attracted. So this is Krishna. That as we chant his name, we become purified, and that increases our attractive potential. We become more attracted to Krishna because he's Pavitram. As we said, Purna Shuddho. Or we don't say, but Padma Purana is saying, Atak Sri Krishna Namani Nabavet Premandri. Purna Shuddho, he is completely pure. Krishna, his Nam, Rup, Gun, Lila is completely pure. There's no contamination there. There's no lust there. There's no greed, envy, any kind of madness or craziness there in Krishna. So in order for us to have the potential to be attractive to Krishna, we must become pure. Pavitram. So this is what happens when we associate with this Krishna, this word Krishna. We develop an attractive quality. We become attractive, which Madhurya Kadamini writes in this Anartha Nivritti section about this Anishtita Bhakti. Anishtita, or unsteady bhakti, when one is transcending through traveling through the level of Anartha Nivritti, then he becomes somewhat purified. And when he becomes somewhat purified by associating with Krishna, he becomes attractive. He becomes attracted to the masses. And then with that attractive quality that he develops, which is simply a spark of Krishna's splendor, vibhuti mat sattvam, a spark of Krishna's attraction, which Krishna has given him because he's become qualified by the purity of his heart, then he attracts people. People become attracted to a devotee. And he gets followers, or maybe disciples, or name or fame. And then if he enjoys that, then he starts riding the waves. That's called Taranga, what's it? Yeah, it's called Rangani. Taranga Rangani. Taranga Rangani. Taranga means waves, and then Rangani means to enjoy. He enjoys the waves. Taranga Rangani. So this is very nice. I have so many followers, and you serve me like this, and you serve me like that, and you do this for me, do that for me, and let me enjoy like a big king, and get so much dakshin, and buy so many opulent objects, and enjoy this world. And I can even remember in the old days, ISKCON, when there were 11 gurus. The gurus, they had like their, their organizers, and they would call up the temple and say, well, so-and-so Guru Maharaj is coming, so you have to make a big arrangement for him. And even though the people in the temple weren't spontaneously inspired to make any particular big arrangement, but his party, his organizers, or whatever what do you call those people? But there's a name for those kind of people, the front men or something. They would call him and say, "Oh, Guruji's going to be in the airport in 2 hours, so you have to have ladies upstairs dropping flowers on him when he comes in. You have to put flowers on the driveway, so when he steps out of the car, there's a whole pathway of flowers." Maybe you've been around a while, I don't know. I think you were after all that, fortunately. But and then you have to have a big kirtan. It's a big kirtan, at least for 1 hour before he comes. You should be out on the street. And the temple president would say, 1 hour, we have things to do. We had to sweep the temple and clean the temple. We don't have time to just stand around on the street for 1 hour having kirtan. He said, no, everybody has to be out there. The whole temple has to be out there to greet Guruji. Everybody, the pot washer, everybody. And they made all these demands for the arrival of Guruji. And so that went on for some years. And then next thing you know, Guruji runs off somewhere, never to be seen of again. So this is called Turanga Rangani. He got some attraction, he got some purity by chanting Krishna's name, they got some following and recognition, then he tried to enjoy it, then he got lost. So this is these two concepts, as much as we can delve into them and understand these two concepts, that we can apply to Krishna, the concept of attraction and satisfaction. Everyone thinks that if I'm attracted to something, I'm attracted to food, tasty food, colorful food, nicely prepared food. And when I take that into myself, I become one with that food, then I feel satisfied. Satisfaction. So this is, practically speaking, this is the whole endeavor of the human race. Human race is moving on the whole human race, or let's say the whole all living entities, are moving on the principle of attraction and satisfaction. And this is Krishna. Krishna is this. He's the ultimate, the complete, the Purna, Om Purnamadam Purnamidam. He's the complete expression of unlimited attraction, unlimited satisfaction. Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj, it's the immortal words from his lotus mouth. The Shiksha Guru of my Guru Maharaj. And my Shiksha Guru also. So this is... we have to think, I'm chanting this name, but where's my attraction? And I'm chanting this name, where's my satisfaction? Rather, I'm bored with this. I don't like this chanting. I want to rather eat, or rather watch TV, or rather goof off, or do anything but this chanting. I'm not deriving any satisfaction here. As some of our ancient rock and roll stars used to say, I can't get no satisfaction. Granddaddies, before half of you were even born, we were jumping around in our discos with these kind of songs. I can't get no satisfaction. Well, that's a fact, quite correct. In the material energy, it's impossible for the soul to get any satisfaction. Maybe some temporary thrill or some momentary itch relief. Temporary thrill or momentary itch relief to release some steam like a pressure cooker when it gets too much water inside, boiling too fast. And when the bubbles are boiling too fast, then they let out a little steam. Psh! And then the pot says, ah. So if we let off a little steam, then we say, ah, this is it. I got satisfaction. And then good night. So is, the steam off of the mode of passion, and the good night is the ignorance that follows the passion. But in this happiness of Krishna consciousness, it is transcendental bliss. Anandam buddhivardhanam. And it is centered around two syllables, Krishna, which represent the two ultimate principles of reality, attraction and satisfaction. Krishna means attraction and satisfaction. Because this is the main word with us. The main word with us is Krishna. And in the West they call us Hare Krishnas. They say there's the Hare Krishna people. Or he's a Hare Krishna. If they see somebody with a shaved head, they say, or somebody with a sari, they say, she's a Hare Krishna. Oh, who is that? Who's that girl that's sari? Oh, she's a Hare Krishna. They don't say sorry. Who's that funny girl with the dress? Oh, she's a Hare Krishna. So Krishna is our word. We're the Krishna movement, the Hare Krishna movement, Krishna consciousness, the Hare Krishna people, sometimes they just say the Krishnas, or people see us on the street, because I was there for, 12 years I suppose, 75, or something longer than that, 75 to 87. Well, it's 12 years. This is a 12-year cycle. Like I told you, everything comes in 12 years. I stayed there for 12 years and I've been here for 19. So during that 12 years, everyone says, oh, there's the Krishnas. Oh, hey Krishna. Sometimes they see it, hey Krishna. It's not hey Krishna, it's Hare Krishna. They say, hey Krishna, what are you doing? What do you want? Hey Krishna. So Krishna is the word. But because the word Krishna is a perfect word to describe God. There's no better word. There's words like Vishnu, which means all-pervading, and Narayan, one who's the shelter of all living entities, Narayan. Ayana means to rest, living entities rest in him, or he's a source of all living entities, Narayan or Vishnu. And Ram, there's so many different names for Bhagavan that you're familiar with. But the superlative name is Krishna. Because Krishna, it's everything that anyone wants. Attraction and satisfaction. The very word is made of these two words. The very word Krishna means attraction and satisfaction. Because Krish means Sankarshan. Sankarshan means gravity. Gravity means the pull of attraction, the force of attraction between one object and another. There's gravity. There's one planet. If you study this astronomy and astrophysics, then they talk about the planets. There's an attraction between one planet and another. And so in high school there's attraction between one girl and one boy, or maybe in Juhu Beach between one resident and one visitor. There's attraction. So this is gravity. This is gravity that attracts one object is attracted to another. So are the planets male and female? I mean, it's Earth planet and Sun planet. Of course, there are some. You can consider things like that also, because in Hindi language or Hindi Bhasha, or in Spanish and French, these Romance languages, they have gender. Rivers are generally female. Saraswati, Jamuna, Ganga, Godavari, Kaveri. These are female, and trees are usually male. Arjun, and Punaga, and Kadam, like this. So different objects have gender, but planets are never, in totality, you never think of, well, the planet Earth is feminine, so therefore the sun planet is attracted. But they just say there's the force of gravity. And when the astronauts go up in the sky, the gravity is so hard to get them up there in the sky. But once they get beyond a certain area of attraction, the Earth has a certain attractive field around it. And once you get beyond that attractive field, then there's no more gravity. Then you just float in space. And you just need a little tiny rocket to move your spaceship here and there. But to get your spaceship out of the attraction of gravity, you need a super big Saturn rocket. Big rocket. Because there's so much. Earth is saying, why go? Where are you going? Don't leave me. Stay with me. And the spaceman say, no, I want to go up in space. And so there's a dynamic tension of the forces of desire to go up and desire to keep you here. So this is gravity. This is Krish. Krish means attraction. And then you take Anand, Krishna, the Na part is Anand. Na means satisfaction, like we say in Hindi, pasand. Pasand means what? Satisfaction. So pasand, or in Sanskrit they say prasanatma. So prasan became pasan. In Sanskrit is prasan. Brahmabhuta prasanatma nasochti nakangshati. That one is on the spiritual platform, he is pasand or prashant. He is completely happy or peaceful in one sense. He's satisfied. So this na part in Krishna means satisfaction. So the word Krishna means ultimate attraction and ultimate satisfaction. So this is God. God is the ultimate attraction, and He's the ultimate satisfaction. And anything that's connected with God gives us satisfaction. And anything that's connected with God gives us attraction. And things are connected to God by the presence of Atma, or by the presence of Paramatma. So like a woman, for example, she's attractive because the Atma and Paramatma are there. But when the Atma leaves, the soul leaves and the body decays and there's no more attraction. So this name of God that we have is the perfect name for God. because it includes these two terms, attraction and satisfaction. Sankarshan and Anand. So then we have to think, this is described in our Art of Chanting book, we have to think, oh Krishna, I'm chanting your name. Your name is full of attraction. You are your name. Nami Namano. Ataksri Krishna Namani Navavigraim Indri. Sevan Mukeji. No, what's it? There's another word.
Namachintamani Krishna.
Yeah, Namachintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Purna Shuddho Nityamukta Binatvanam. There's Bina. Bina, that means there's no difference between the Nami and Nam. The name and that person who is named. Between God and his name. Krishna, the person, and Krishna, the name. They are one. They're the absolute truth, the absolute personality of Godhead. So we're chanting, Krishna, Krishna, your name is full of attraction. But why am I not attracted to you? I'm attracted to everything that's connected with you. I'm attracted to everything that's expanded from you. I'm attracted to everything that's created by you. But I'm not attracted to you. This is a great mystery. This is a great dilemma and a puzzling thing for me, that I'm not attracted. I'm attracted to all your creation. And if I'm a man, I'm especially attracted to all your female creation. And I'm not so much attracted to the gender of like other species, like female dogs, I'm not really attracted to, or female pigs, or female camels, or female goats, or female chickens, or female, cockroaches. But when I see a female, a human being, and I being a human being, male gender, then I'm too much attracted. And I can't, keep my eyes off that attraction, or my mind or heart, or my desire, my senses to contact that object of attraction. But this is only this is a spark of your splendor, vibhutimat sattvam. Krishna, you're telling in the Gita, vibhutimat sattvam, that this is just one part of your opulence, or your grandeur, or your splendor, or opulence and beauty, a spark of your attraction. It's one drop in the ocean of attraction, one drop of water, or one sparkle from a star in the firmament of stars at night. When you look in a village or in the country at nighttime, you look out in the sky in the night, there's thousands and millions of stars twinkling and sparkling. Millions and millions and millions of them before the moon comes, or maybe in dark moon night. So this one thing that I'm attracted to is like one sparkle, one glittering spark of your unlimited sky of attraction. So this is Krishna. Krishna, you are the source of all this attraction. And your name is this, attraction. And then satisfaction. Satisfaction. So what this word means, Krishna means that you're looking for attraction, you're looking for beauty, or as our Srila Sridhar Swami used to say, you're looking for beauty, charm, and sweetness. You're looking for beauty, charm, and sweetness. Because if we have beauty, but there's no charm, then there's no sweetness. Like someone may be some kind of, Bollywood movie star, and she's got everything in the right numbers and right arrangement. And everything is just right for the man's appetite. Just right for his appetite. But her heart is like a razor, and she's very uptight. So it doesn't satisfy your appetite. So there's beauty is there. She's very beautiful. And then you go to meet her, and then you start associating with her. You see she's selfish, she's egoistic, she's mean, she's nasty, doesn't speak sweetly, she's envious of others, and then you say, oh, what a nasty person. Very time we meet somebody, maybe very physically beautiful, but they're nasty. Their personalities are nasty. Or we meet someone that's not really very attractive at all, and just homely and ordinary and natural, or not natural, let's say, but homely and ordinary, nothing spectacular, but their bhav, their heart, their bhav is overwhelming. So sweet, so kind, so considerate, so loving, so affectionate, so submissive, so humble, that it just captures every part of our being. That this is so attractive. So this is beauty, but all these other attributes which touch the heart and soul, this creates the charm in the beauty. This adds the charm to the beauty. But the beauty without the charm is rather despicable, or even deplorable. We don't even want it. So that's why sometimes very beautiful people, they're all alone, because they're actually not very nice hearts. Because this beauty creates a pride, and this pride creates a separate feeling, a feeling of superiority. And then with that they start to speak in a superior way and act in a superior way, and they isolate themselves from the masses, and they become like islands to themselves. Often these most beautiful people, they commit suicide, or they're all drug addicts because they can't sleep at night because they have to take drugs to sleep. So this beauty, charm, and sweetness concept is what it means. The word Krishna. Krishna means this, that he's attraction and satisfaction. The mind works on a principle of attachment. The mind easily gets attached to something, or anything and everything. But that principle of attachment works, it depends on attraction. If we're attracted to something, then we get attached. And it's very easy for the mind to think of something we're attached to or attracted to. So the whole thing about hearing about Krishna and reading about Krishna and hearing so much about Krishna is to become attached to him, become attracted to him. He's attractive. He's very attractive. So when we're attracted, then automatically the mind runs to whatever you're attracted to. And it's automatically, you don't have to meditate. The husband has to sit down and do asana, then pranayam, then mudra. Then he has to very forcefully withdraw his mind from everything else and meditate on his wife. No, automatically, without any asana or any pranayam or any mudra or any kind of dharana or any kind of other thing, as soon as he closes his eye, his mind runs to his wife, because he's attracted and he's attached. Your mind will run wherever you're attached to, wherever you're attracted to. Automatically, it's automatic meditation. Samadhi. It's like total absorption. Samadhi. All intelligence fixed on one point. Samadhi, complete. Sankirtan, all thoughts, all discrimination, everything. D means intelligence. Everything fixed on one. It's automatic. It's effortless. Why? I'm such a yogi. Husbands are great yogis. Wives are great yoginis. They automatically, easily absorb themselves in meditation on the opposite. So we have to become attracted to Krishna, and that attraction will come by hearing about him, hearing about his Nam, Rup, Guna, Lila, chanting his name, hearing about him, hearing about his Mahima and glories. As we become more and more attracted, then we become more and more attached. Attachment grows by association. The more you associate with someone, the more you become attached. When you first got married, you weren't that attached to your husband, but now it's impossible to get detached. You're cemented together like araldite. You're stuck on each other, at least hopefully. So Krishna is like that. You have to. That's like guru or anything. The more you associate with someone, if there's some attraction, which means liking, it's called rag and dvesh. If there's some rag, some attraction, some liking, and you continue to associate with that object of liking or rag, then becomes rati, becomes asakti, becomes attachment. So if you like the guru, you have some rag for the guru, and then you associate more and more, then you become attached. Right? And that's the same. But as guru, you can see and interact, and seems more tangible. So the guru takes the principle of attraction and attachment, and he dovetails it. He folds the dovetailing and folds it up. He takes the principle of attraction and attachment, and he redirects the principle of material attraction and material attachment. He directs it. First, you become attracted and attached to Guru, then he deflects that and brings your attraction and attachment to Krishna. Because he's transparent. He's a transparent medium. So because Krishna comes as Guru, to what? To attract you by the sound vibration. Not the physical attraction. Gurus may be ugly or fat, thin, tall, anything. But by the sound vibration, he attracts the consciousness. He attracts the heart. And then you serve his vapu, the Guru's vapu, and you serve his words. That increase, and that means you're associating. When you associate with the Guru's words and the Guru's body, then you develop your attachment. Then that attachment goes to Krishna, because attraction to Guru and attachment to Guru they actually transform into attraction and attachment to Krishna. They're actually not different. If the Guru is Guru. if he's transparent. If he collects the attraction and attachment and keeps it for himself, or he gloats over it, or he relishes it, or he enjoys it, the audience or the popularity, then he becomes a block. Then he doesn't help anyone. No one gets helped. And by associating with such a guru, one's attraction and attachment for Krishna does not develop, does not arise, does not increase. Before someone makes a sankalpa, they have to have some familiarity with what they're going to make a sankalpa about. Right? So if you want to make a lifetime sankalpa in bhakti, then that is the object of our sankalpa is Krishna. So then we become knowledgeable of Krishna, and we become somewhat attracted to Krishna and attached to Krishna. Then we can say, okay, now I know something about this Krishna Tattva, Nam Rupa Guna Lila. I understand something about the goal of Krishna consciousness, the sadhya. Now I put that in my hand and I touch my forehead. I put water. Sometimes they put water in their hand because water is the medium for some sankalpa. Put water. Sometimes you can put tulsi leaf also, water. And then you say, oh my Lord, and whatever life is left in my hand, whatever energy I have in my hand, whatever ability I have, whatever I have in my hand, I want to offer that at your feet with the desire that you will accept me, in your eternal loving service in Braja Gokul, in Vrindavan. And this, I don't want anything else. And I'll carry on my duty, whatever duty you've given me. I have some position, I have some duty in this world, duty to family, nation, etc. I will carry on all that duty, but this is my ambition. This is my driving force. This is my main ambition in life, is to attain your eternal loving service. And so, oh really? Krishna says, really? This is your sankalpa? Well, do you know what my sankalpa is? My sankalpa is to screen out all the bogus applications. To screen all the bogus applications. Because we get so many people apply for positions in this college. 10,000 people apply, but only 300 are admitted. You must be knowing about that. Good school, how many people apply? Many thousands. So many people make an application and make their sankalpa. So then I have to test. So I have to be prepared. Whenever you set your mind, sankalpa means setting your mind to do something, basically. We're always making sankalpas. All right, I'm going to cook dinner. I'm going to cook now for my family. That's a little sankalpa. And then you go to cook, and then so many tests come up. We're out of gas. Oh, I didn't know the gas burner was empty. Oh my God, it's 8 o'clock. How am I going to get a bottle of gas now? I don't have an extra one. Oh my God. Oh, I have that electric stove. Oh, I'll plug that in. Oh, electric went. Oh my God, I can't cook. There's no electricity, and there's no gas. What to do? Oh, I go to my neighbors. Oh, can I use your stove and cook my husband's dinner? Somehow because you have to do the job. And then you do all this, and you get it all back, and then it's all ready, and he comes home and he sits down and you serve it out. And you don't even tell him that he went next door and cooked it. Because you had this sankalpa, I must do this. So many tests will come, but because you say, no, I have to do this, I must do this. I have to, I must, I want to. There's a degree of intensity. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I must do this. Oh, I want to do this. So when you want to do something, then that's much more intense, because that's your own will is behind it. When you have to do something, that's somebody else's will that's forcing you. You have to do this. Clean your room. Oh, okay, I have to do this. My mother's will on me. But then I must do this. Well, that means I feel I have some will to do it, but it's also my mother's will, because she told me to clean my room. But when it's I want to do it. That's your will. Your mother didn't even ask you. I want to do it. So this is the sankalpa is I want to love Krishna. I want to serve Krishna. And then Krishna says, all right, now I will test you. How much you want to serve me? How much you want to love me? This much? This much? This much? Oh, it sounds like a good idea. I was trying art of living and art of dying, and I tried this thing and that thing. I tried Scientology. I tried S training. I tried some Hatha Yoga. And now these Hare Krishna people, they came, they preached to me. They said, this is a good thing. Chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And offer your food to Krishna. And come to Mangalarti and read Bhagavad Gita. You'll become peaceful. And so I tried it. It seems okay. It's nice. But, okay, maybe I look and investigate a little more. And then I meet some other people. Oh, it's a good thing. You go ahead, you try it. Oh, okay. Some association. And then I get involved with this Krishna consciousness and I find out, oh, it's very, very hard. It's very, very difficult. Very, very demanding. Rising early, chanting all these mantras and reading, so much reading, and I don't know if I can handle it. So Krishna tests. So first we have to investigate. We have to investigate the prospect. Is it worth our investment? Before we buy some stocks in some company, then we investigate the company. Is it a reputable company? Company? Does it have a good record, good products, this and that? And then we think over and inquire from many brokers, etc. And resumes, we read the resumes, and then we maybe make a decision. But that's why we do lots of reading, so we can make a firm decision. And what is this? What is this thing really all about? What is Krishna consciousness all about? Is it just about chanting Hare Krishna and taking prasadam? Is it just about going to the Sunday feast, or what is it really all about? What does it entail? Hey, can I get involved? Can I really get involved with it? So we should be a little careful before we take sankalpa. Sankalpa is you can say, a fruit of a realization, of some realization that we get by hearing. Hearing, then you accumulate some knowledge. When knowledge is there, then some desire. Then as you sit with that desire, it may become stronger and stronger. And then you can think whether to make sankalpa. This is what's required here. These are the demands here. This is the prospect, the highest possible prospect of the soul, highest possible attainment. And our logic and our reason tells us, our intelligence, our discrimination, our intelligence and logic tells us that this is the best prospect I've ever heard. This is the highest prospect and proposal I've ever heard in my whole life. That one can have an eternally divine, loving relationship with God and an eternal spiritual world, which is full of variety and full of fun and pastimes and enjoyment. This is a very appealing prospect. That God is a person and I'm a person. We have personal relationship and personal dealings. And there's no cheating there and no exploitation there. It's very attractive. You read Krishna book. I remember I read the Krishna book first time in 1974. And I thought, what a world this place is, Vrindavan. And because I was more attracted to this side of things. I read about Mathura and Dwarka Lila in the same book. I had seen all the big palaces and all the demons and fighting and this and that. And I didn't so much attracted to that. But when I read about Krishna's Lila, the cowherd boys, and swimming in the Yamuna, and imitating the frogs, and dancing with the gopis, and the monkeys, and stealing yogurt, and all these cute little antics, I was captivated. So this is really, what Because I heard about heaven, and I heard about some idea about the spiritual world, and I grew up as a Catholic, Roman Catholic. And there's some place called heaven, and God lives there, and good people can go there. So I should be a good people. I'm not a bad people. But I didn't know much about the particulars of the place. I didn't know. Wasn't much product description there. And I didn't have any. I thought, well, I didn't really tell me anything about what do I do there. Even if I go there, I have a very vague idea of what I would do there. I would float. I had different ideas as I grew up. Sometimes I thought, well, I'll go there and everyone gets one cloud. Everyone gets one cloud, Meg, and you lie in that cloud and you just float around. You just float around in the spiritual world. And sometimes you look up and you see God and whatever He looks like, I don't know. But then you just float around and it's kind of like sleeping and feeling happy and sleeping and no cares. And that was one idea I had about heaven. Well, oftentimes people complain. They say, Maharaj, now we took up this devotional line. It seems our friends are disappearing. Because then we don't do anything. All we do, we go to their house, and then they serve us some food, and we say, oh, is this onion garlic? I say, well, yeah, of course. Rajma always has onion garlic. No, I'm sorry, I don't eat onion garlic. What? What is it? No, I mean, that's just my personal life. I don't eat. What do you mean you don't eat? This is life, this is blood, this is Punjabi. And then they say, no, I'm doing some yoga now, and in this yoga we have to eat certain foods, and we can't eat these things.
Art of eating.
The art of eating. And then people say, well, then they start thinking, I guess I can't invite her over anymore for dinner because she doesn't eat our food and she's become something special now. And like this, one by one, you start to rise above the illusion and everybody that supports it. Because the environment is full of objects and people. And when the objects are disconnected from Krishna and the people are disconnected from Krishna, they are sources of illusion. And even an insentient object can be a source of illusion. It's just connected from Krishna. So people and objects, they all have connection with Krishna. They all have relationship with Krishna. But if someone chooses to go away from that relationship, then we have to eliminate them. We have to withdraw from them. This is all part of the test. Krishna is saying, you want me? All right, get ready. You're going to get some good cracks and good slaps. How much do you love me? How much do you love me? This much? This much? Oh, yeah, Krishna, but I don't know, it's getting a little bit too much now. Maybe I want to love you a little less, because, I've taken away this friend and that friend, and now my parents are going against me. And
we need to balance it sometime.
Yeah, we need to balance it by throwing everyone off one side of the scale and putting Krishna. And on the other side of the scale, you sit there. That's the balance. Everything else is imbalanced. It's really like this. If you really want to be serious, we have to employ the famous phrase, all or nothing. All or nothing, we say. All or none, maybe we say. All or nothing. So Krishna's that way. He's an autocrat. This is the meaning of being a transcendental autocrat. He's a dictator. He's really a spiritual dictator. If someone's a dictator, they say, listen, this is my kingdom. Everything goes according to what I want. Oh, but what about us? Hey, out. Either your head's off or you're out of here. So Krishna is like this. He's such a dictator. He's so demanding. You have to become an absolute spiritual slave. Because actually, when you analyze it, there's only two choices. Either you're a slave to your senses, or you can be a slave to Krishna. You can be Krishna's slave or a slave to your senses. Slave to the genitals, slave to the eyes, ears, nose, skin, touch. This is all Slavery. The soul is a slave. The soul is a serving unit. The Atma is a unit of service. Service means slavery. No, I'm independent. I want my freedom. I want my independence. Acha. Where's the independence? No one has ever been independent. No one has ever been free. I don't want to surrender to Krishna. I want my freedom. Free to be a slave to your body. Free to be a slave to your senses. What's his freedom? Is a slave free? And free the slaves. Abe Lincoln, and free the slaves. The slave he's owned by the master, and he's controlled by the master, and he does what the master says. That's a slave, right? He's owned by the master, he's controlled by the master, and he does whatever the master says. Is it right? So the Atma, entrapped in the material body, is a slave. He does whatever the body says, he's controlled by the body, and he serves the body day and night. So we're a slave of the senses and body. And then someone says, well, why don't you be a slave? And then what do you get from that slavery? You don't get much pay. You get happiness? Oh, a drop. And you get old age, disease, and death. That's the result of your slavery. But Krishna says, hey, come be my slave. I'm a compassionate dictator. Your body is not a compassionate dictator. Your body is a mean dictator. Krishna is also a dictator. So we can be Krishna's slave and be under his dictation, but he's compassionate. He's a sweet dictator. And the body is a sour dictator. Is it right? You have to gradually realize this. Saying is okay, but becoming enslaved by Krishna. Krishna, do you want to know what bhakti means in a nutshell? Krishna, whatever you want, that's what I want. And nothing more and nothing less. This is bhakti. It's easy to write down. Very, very easy to write down. Write it on your forehead, right on the back of your palm with it. What is bhakti?
My t-shirt was over.
Bhakti means, what is it?
Whatever Krishna you want.
Bhakti means to fully accept and embrace the principle. Krishna, whatever you want, that's what I want. Nothing less and nothing more. But as soon as but I want, then it's mixed up. But Krishna just can I have a little? No, don't. Because he's a dictator. The slave says, oh master, can I have just one day off? No. This is frightening proposal. But the thing is that the slavery of Krishna, becoming Krishna's slave, is so frightening. But at the same time, we're completely entrenched in the slavery of our body and mind and senses, 24 hours a day. Now sleep, now eat, now do this, now fight, now defend, now argue, now do this. Oh, you're rebel, now blah blah. It's God, we're just slaving. The soul is just being whipped. The soul is being whipped, literally whipped by the senses. The senses are whipping us. Think like this, act like this, speak like this. Oh, she said this. Well, I'll do that. You do this to me, I'll do that to you. You cut me, I'll cut you. This, that, other thing. And there's no sweetness. It's always pinching. But Krishna's slavery is poison in the beginning and nectar in the end. Krishna's telling the Gita. When one comes in the path of yoga, especially bhakti yoga, it's poison in the beginning, nectar in the end. Ashlishyava paratam panashtamam adarshanam mamatam korotuva yata tata va vidadantu lampato mad prana natasusa eva naparaha. Oh, Gopinath, oh, Vrindavan Nath, I don't know anyone else. You are my Lord. You're the Lord of my pran. Mat prananatas, not mat prananath. You're my prananath. Tusa eva naparaha. Aparaha, not paraha, aparayam. There's nobody else. And as I move closer to you, as I get to know you, I find out that you are actually very, very sweet and compassionate dictator. One of the best. One of the best dictators I've ever met. Because you're not an autocrat, you're a transcendental autocrat. And that's the difference between you and every other dictator in this world, including my body and senses. So we have to become attracted to Krishna. And that attraction will come by hearing about him, hearing about his Nam, Rup, Guna, Lila, chanting his name, hearing about him, hearing about his Mahima and glories. As we become more and more attracted, then we become more and more attached. Attachment grows by association. The more you associate with someone, the more you become attached. When you first got married, you weren't that attached to your husband. But now it's impossible to get detached. You're cemented together like araldite. You're stuck on each other. At least, hopefully. So Krishna is like that. You have to. That's like guru or anything. The more you associate with someone, if there's some attraction, which means liking, it's called rag and dvesh. If there's some rag, some attraction, some liking, and you continue to associate with that object of liking or rag, then becomes rati, becomes asakti, becomes attachment. So if you like the guru, you have some rag for the guru, and then you associate more and more, then you become attached. Right? And that's the same. But as a guru, you can see and interact, and it seems more tangible. So the guru takes the principle of attraction and attachment, and he dovetails it. He folds the dovetail. He takes the principle of attraction and attachment, and he redirects the principle of material attraction and material attachment. He directs it. First, you become attracted and attached to Guru, then he deflects that and brings your attraction and attachment to Krishna. Because he's transparent. He's a transparent medium. So because Krishna comes as Guru, to what? To attract you by the sound vibration. Not the physical attraction. Gurus may be ugly or fat, thin, tall, anything. But by sound vibration, he attracts the consciousness. He attracts the heart. And then you serve his vapu, the Guru's vapu, and you serve his words, then increase, and that means you're associating. When you associate with the Guru's words and the Guru's body, then you develop your attachment. And then that attachment goes to Krishna, because attraction to Guru and attachment to Guru they actually transform into attraction and attachment to Krishna. They're actually non-different. If the Guru is Guru. If he's transparent, if he collects the attraction and attachment and keeps it for himself, or he gloats over it, or he relishes it, or he enjoys it, the audience or the popularity, then he becomes a block. Then he doesn't help anyone. No one gets helped. And by associating with such a guru, one's attraction and attachment for Krishna does not develop, does not arise, does not increase. This is a very appealing prospect. That God is a person and I'm a person. We have personal relationship and personal dealings. And there's no cheating there and no exploitation there. It's very attractive. You read Krishna book. I remember I read the Krishna book first time in 1974. And I thought, what a world this place is, Vrindavan. And because I was more attracted to this side of things. I read about Mathura and Dwarka Lila in the same book. I had seen all the big palaces and all the demons and fighting and this and that. And I didn't so much attracted to that. But when I read about Krishna's Lila, the cowherd boys, and swimming in the Yamuna, and imitating the frogs, and dancing with the gopis, and the monkeys, and stealing yogurt, and all these cute little antics, I was captivated. So this is really, because I heard about heaven, and I heard about some idea about the spiritual world, and I grew up as a Catholic, Roman Catholic. And there's some place called heaven, and God lives there, and good people can go there. So I should be a good people. I'm not a bad people. But I didn't know much about the particulars of the place. I didn't know. It wasn't much product description there. And I didn't have any. I thought, well, I didn't really tell me anything about what do I do there. Even if I go there, it's a very vague idea of what I would do there. I would float. I had different ideas as I grew up. Sometimes I thought, well, I'll go there and everyone gets one cloud. Everyone gets one cloud, and you lie in that cloud, and you just float around. You just float around in the spiritual world. And sometimes you look up and you see God, and whatever He looks like, I don't know. But then you just float around, and it's kind of like sleeping and feeling happy and sleeping and no cares. And that was one idea I had about heaven. Another idea I thought is that when if you go to heaven, then they give you one harp. Harp is like what do you call it? Like a vina or something like that. It's a musical instrument called a harp. It has strings on it. So when you get there, they give you when you go there, they give you one set of wings. When you get a set of wings, and a spiritual body, a set of wings, and you get one harp, and you just fly around, ting, 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 ting. And the God is there. He's on a big chair. He's sitting on like a big throne or asana, and everyone just flies around, and it goes ting, 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 and he's smiling, and everyone's smiling, and it's like a nice place. There's no disease or no death, no. So. Couldn't get a very clear idea from these Christian holy books. And I would ask different people. They said, no, you'll find that out when you get there. But I wanted to be there now. Be there now. So then we stumbled across the books of Prabhupada, Vedavyas and Shukamuni, and we discovered so much description. The third canto of Bhagavatam, so much minute description about Vaikuntha and Vaikuntha-vasis and what they do and what their vimans are. There's families there, husbands and wives are there, everything's there, and so many descriptions. It's quite astounding. You could never imagine. Then as we go further and further, we find out, everyone get your own spiritual body ready there, ready and waiting. Everyone has a spiritual body ready and waiting. It's like you got a letter in the car and said, you got a letter in the mail and said, listen, come to the Honda, come to the, let's say, Porsche dealership, wherever that is, if there is one. The port where they're selling Porsche cars, Porsche showroom. There's in America they say dealership, and they also have a showroom at the dealership. But anyway, you come to the Porsche showroom, and there's one shiny brand new Porsche waiting for you, and the keys are here, and you come and you drive it out. You say, wow, I got this letter, $250,000 car, it's waiting for me. Okay, let's get over there. Say, hey, look, I'm Mr. Patela. I got this letter. It says, where's my car? Oh, see that blue one over there? Oh, yeah. That's yours. Here's the keys. Oh. So it's like that. Every soul has a spiritual body waiting for them. As a gopa, as a gopi. And it's already there. You don't have to make it. You don't have to build it. You don't have to paint it. You don't have to decorate it. Everything all ready to go. Like the car is ready to go. When you buy a car, you don't have to put seats in it. You have to paint it. You have to put seats in it. You have to put transmission in it. You have to put a trunk, carpet, anything, armrest. Good car, everything's there. You don't have to add anything. No options required. It's got everything. It's got all the options. Power this, power everything, and stereo and everything. When you buy a $250,000 car, you got everything. That is, there's no, those cars don't have options. That's everything. That's the whole chop and boat. All you need to do is drive. So the spiritual body is there. You don't have to add any options. No options. It's all ready. We have to connect with that. Krishna connection. It's only a matter of stretching our consciousness. Conscious connection. We have to stretch our consciousness from here to there. We have to touch Krishna. We have to touch Krishna with our consciousness. And that's what chanting is all about. Chanting Krishna's holy name means touching Krishna. First you touch Krishna's name, then you touch Krishna's fame. Right? Nam Gun, Nam Rup Gun Lila. You touch his form in terms of his qualities and his lilas. You contact them, you touch them, and then when you realize your spiritual body, then you can actually embrace Krishna's form. Touch Krishna's form directly. Now it's an indirect form, indirectly touching by contacting. A touch generally means skin to skin or body to body, that's touching. But contacting also is there. So we touch the name and touch the qualities, touch the Lila, and finally we'll connect with the form. But the form also manifests in a sequence. Nam reveals its form, and the form and its qualities and pastimes. So they come. If Nam reveals Krishna's form, then you have qualities and pastimes. They come together. That's fast. It's slow. Going from Nam to Rup is slow. When you have Rup, then you have Guna and Lila. If you have my form, then if I'm in your house and you have my form, then I'll be doing something. Right? I'll be active. So that's Lila. And when I'm active, I'll show my qualities. Okay. So then you have Guna and Lila. So what the big distance is touching Nam and then touching Rup. First you have to realize that Krishna's name is Krishna. It may take a while, a long distance. And then that realization is there. Then when Krishna is pleased, he'll reveal his form in the name. And some taste is there. Something that has form may have taste or may not have taste. This marble has form, but it doesn't have taste. There's no ras. With no ras, it is no taste. But Krishna's form, he's Rasaraj. Krishna's form is full of ras. So when you contact Krishna's form, then you get taste. Right? So you're chanting the holy name, and the holy name reveals Krishna's form. And when you're contacting Krishna's form and the holy name, then you're tasting. Nam ras. So the form of Krishna is full of taste. And that taste is very satisfying. And and the devotees, when they taste the form of Krishna's name, then they want to keep tasting more and more. And everything else becomes detasteful. Everything else becomes detasteful. You got that? Detasteful or detestful? Detestful. Detasteful means we don't want to test it. Detestful means we don't want to test it and we don't want to taste it. Materialistic people, materialistic activities, materialistic music, materialistic books, TV, radio. And everyone thinks we have gone crazy. And that's great. Let them think that way. Let them label us that way. Because if they think that way and they label us that way, then what will they do? They will avoid us. Because you are crazy. And if I associate with you, I may become crazy too. So watch out. So this is a blessing of Krishna, that all our friends don't call us anymore. And this is a blessing of Krishna, that our relatives are saying, "You're crazy. What happened to you?" And then they all withdraw from the environment. Where are all my friends? No one's calling me. Even my mother doesn't call me as she used to. Because my daughter's gone a little crazy. I'm going to call my other daughter. She's normal.